So we have Lauren Berryhill with us now, and she is from the ACT office over at Appalachian State University. Lauren's been on our show before, and we so appreciate you coming back today on this chilly day.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, for any of our viewers who may have missed your last interview, remind us a little bit about the ACT office.
Okay, so the ACT office, it stands for Appalachian and Community Together, and it's kind of what it sounds like. So we're branching the school together with the community around us, and we're a service office, and so that's our main goal is to do service in the community, and also we have domestic and international things as well. And so that's our whole thing, is just to get students involved in kind of social issues and just making sure that they know what's going on around them.
Wonderful. We have such a tight-knit community anyway. I think something like this is so neat. How long has it been around?
Oh gosh, for a long time. It's been around, oh gosh, I want to say like 25 years.
Okay.
I don't know. That could not be right at all, but
a while
it's been a while. Yeah.
Wonderful. So talk with us about some of the specific things that you guys do with the community.
Well, we have like service learning things, and so we branch students from the classroom into nonprofits in the area. And so the different nonprofits in Boone, which we have a ton of them.
Yes.
There's so many nonprofits in Boone. We get the students involved in those, and so kind of whatever like department they're in, they could work with a different nonprofit. So if it's an education class, you know, work with Western Youth Network or Children's Council, or different environmental classes can work on different farms in the area. So we just kind of like to branch them to different nonprofits around Boone.
And so you can do something that has to do with your major and also get some great experience,
Right,
it sounds
right.
like. Now, internationally, talk with us a little bit about that.
So we have, they're called alternative service experiences, and we have both domestic and international trips. And the different programs, they kind of cater to the same type of things, where they're different, like environmental, working with children, working with women, healthcare, kind of different sectors. And we have different international programs going out in whenever our spring break is, so March. And we have ones going to Ecuador, Puerto Rico, St. John. Those are obviously flying domestic. And then where else do we have them? They're going all over Nicaragua, Guatemala, all different places.
Wow.
So they go and do different things.
Now, how do you guys set all of this up? It must take a lot of planning.
Oh, yeah. International programs actually start at the end of, so they'll start, we'll start recruiting students to lead these programs at the end of this semester.
Okay.
And they do proposals and everything over the summertime, so that way they're ready to get students signed up for them starting in it's around September, October. And there's a ton of planning that goes into them. They're all student-led, and so students completely, you know, they lead all the programs. They plan every activity. They talk to all the nonprofits that we work with. They plan their free day, and then there's a faculty member that also comes along with us. And, you know, they make sure everything goes smoothly, so that all the service that we have planned out, you know, we want to make sure that we all have a hand in it.
Right. So. Now, what is the process for going on one of these trips? I would imagine it's a lot easier to do a service project here, but a very neat experience to go internationally.
Yes. So what was the question again? Sorry.
No, you're fine. So if a student does want to go internationally and want to go on one of these trips, what is that process like?
We have, it's called lottery. It's like sign-up lottery.
Okay.
And so students come in, and there's two different, so there's an international one and then there's a domestic one later on. So we just had our domestic one.
Okay.
And all the programs filled. It was wonderful. We had about 18 programs. And so students come in, and they are randomly assigned numbers, and we have like a number generator. And so they'll press a button, and whenever your number gets called, you go up to the front and pick which program you want to go on. And so your first choice could be available, or that one may be taken already because everybody's signed up for it, or your second choice, and just so on. But the wonderful thing about our programs is all of them are fantastic. And so even though somebody might get a little bit bummed that their first choice was full, they have a, you know, trip of a lifetime.
Right. So there's a lot of interest in this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Like I said, our domestic, we had 18 programs, and there is 8 participants, I think, 8 to 10 participants going on each program. So it was around, you know, almost 140 students that filled all those programs. So
That's fantastic.
It was wonderful.
Now, do you have a lot of people who want to go year after year?
Yes. And a lot of people, they start going, like I started my freshman year, and you just keep coming back for more, and you eventually, like, after my freshman year, I was like, okay, now I want to lead one. And so I led last year, and then this year I just went to Dominican Republic over winter break.
Fantastic. So talk with us a little bit about how you got involved and what your experience has been with ACT.
So I got involved my freshman year. They have RLCs at Appalachian, and it was called the Service and Leadership Floor. That's RLC. And so it was, based on service and also leadership, and so that's kind of where I got my start. I did all the big events that ACT puts on, so I did MLK Challenge, Dance Marathon, Big Sale, all those different ones, and it gets you hooked. Once you start service, there's not really any going back.
Right.
So that's where I really found my passion for it, and then my sophomore year I applied to work in the office, and ever since then it's been, a big part of my life.
Wonderful. It sounds like a very rewarding thing to be a part of.
Oh, very much so. Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Well, let us know what's coming up this semester. Some very exciting stuff.
Yeah, so actually, next Saturday, February 22nd, is Dance Marathon, and it is one of the greatest things that we put on. It's my favorite event that we do, and I love it. So it's a 15-hour dance party, basically, and it raises money for Western Youth Network and Parent to Parent, two nonprofits in the area. And Western Youth Network, for those of y'all who don't know, deals with children and families kind of that are a little bit more at risk. That does so many wonderful programs for them. They have after-school programs, mentoring, prevention programs, summer programs, and then Parent to Parent works with children and families that are special needs in our community, and they're a big support system for each other. And so our money goes directly to them, and students come and they participate, and it's a big fundraiser. And so we ask each student to hopefully raise $150. Awesome. And so all that money, our goal this year is about $25,000. And so we're trucking along and we're trying to get there. And so all that money goes directly to them. And at Dance Marathon, students, like I said, they dance the entire time, and Western Youth Network and Parent to Parent both come. And the kids do performances for us. They get to dance with us. The Parent to Parent families, they tell stories about their daily lives and about their kids. And it's so rewarding just to, be there and listen to these people who have, been through so much but are so just like strong and have such great hearts. It's wonderful. It's such a rewarding experience. And the students that come, fall in love with it. Because even though you're dancing for 15 hours and it's so tiring at the end, you're just like, I just danced for 15 hours. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's great. And there's different themed hours. There's food throughout the day. Different groups come in and they perform for us. So it's just a whirlwind of stuff. It's great.
Sounds like so much fun, though.
It is. It is.
Awesome. Now, anything else coming up this semester?
We have Don't Throw It Away at the end of the semester, which is our big, eco-friendly event that we do. And we get students in the dorms and in apartments nearby to put stuff into the residence halls that they would normally throw out at the end of the year.
Okay.
And so it was started around 13-ish years ago, somewhere in there. A girl was like, people throw so much stuff away. We could do so much stuff with this. We could sell it and then donate the money. So she started it, and it was, small then, but then each year it's just continually gotten bigger, and we've taken it on as a big event. And so we get around 70-ish tons each year.
Wow.
And make a ton of money, and it just goes towards, different things in Boone. So it was either last year or the year before, we did, solar panels, helped out with solar panels at the hospitality house. So that's where the big initiative was going. And it's really cool to see the things that people will throw away.
Right.
Because you can go and we, sometimes go in dumpsters to find stuff, and it's brand new things. Mm-hmm. And so there's, a lot of work that goes into that as well. But it starts at the end of the year, and then we have the big sale at the beginning of the next year for freshmen or just new students coming in to buy stuff for cheap prices. But, it goes to a great cause.
Right. So true. We take advantage of so many things and just throw them out, and they can be used again and again.
Right.
Very neat. Well, thank you so much for coming in to talk with us
Thank
today.
you. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.